fun fact, Alaska has the most fittest illegal immigrants of any state, of any province in the entire world. That's right. Our illegal immigrants are by far the most fittest, most attractive in the world. Glad I missed that mine. What I'm referring to is that one moment in like 2014 or something where like a bunch of, not just Russians, but a lot of other guys swimming across Bering Strait from the Chukchi Peninsula to the Seward Peninsula here onto the beaches of Nome from our sister town. I can never get my... So Nome has a sister town apparently across the border, across the sea, across the another continent, across another time zone and nation and everything else you can name. We have a little sister town. I don't know what her name is, since it's the lesser known of us two towns. Like Nome is the most famous, you know, you got Baltos, titanium, platinum plated statue in the middle of New York and Dubai's. But our little sister, our sister town, our twin sister town twin doesn't get that much attention, except for like occasionally a reference on the wiki article. I guess this could be a moment I can talk about my Death Stars. So there was more than one Death Star. You see my little video of the land Death Star where I had plans to overtake the Holy See down to its very knees and all that. Topple the Scientology regime. Yeah, my dad actually visited one of those Scientology churches before they became extremely strict. Like my dad walked in, you know, went into one of their ceremonies and whatnot. He sat there, you know, he listened, he was like, okay, this is neat, this is okay. I'm never going in here again. And that was it. Yeah, he just went into one Scientology ceremony. As a matter of fact, another fun fact, since we're talking about Scientology, not that I'm hating on it, but I like to just, you know, give my own family's history of relations with that very young religion. That my dad actually met their prophet, their prophet, you know, not their, you know, the prophets of a religion, or like I don't know, break off of religion, you know, like how Christianity has like couple thousand prophets. Technically, like on a definition scale, Christianity does. You know, like, you know, Martin Luther, that 1500s guy, he's considered a prophet of Lutheranism, even though it's Christianity, but he just, his version, by my understanding, is a more moral, like more somewhat logical, not as much as atheist Christianity. That is the most confusing part. I mean, atheist or Christian atheism is just the culture. Like, if you take the culture as bloody, I can't speak the damn words. Okay, back to Scientology. I'm getting off topic. Actually, I've been off topic. Anyways, the prophet. Ooh, that's creepy. That's hella creepy. Don't mind me of what I'm saying. I'm not looking in the back rear view mirror or anything. It's just there's nothing on their tail at all. I'm not picking up the speed. As you can see, I'm slowing down because the cop is right behind me. Anyways, back to Scientology. My dad met their prophet. He was a neat guy. I guess I need to interview, talk with my dad again about, you know, what I would like to go in more. My dad had gained some knowledge from him, and not the kind of stuff your average or any Scientology at this point would actually know. It was my goodness. Okay, look, if you're really into this story, look at Scientology, study their prophet, you know, their little prophet guy, that science fiction Arthur guy. Study him, study his works, study his quotes and what his personality was like, and then study that moment he was working on this new religion. Oh, this is a good part right here coming up on the road. This is the part where some guy claimed to see a UFO, but that's just the dangerous, extremely dangerous. Oh, never mind, this isn't the part. This is the roller coaster part where the road is extremely. This is just. Oh my lord. I'm sorry. I mistook this part of the road. This section of the highway is the one where the road literally takes control of your vehicle, and you have little to no hope if you pick the wrong part to drive on it or something like that. Apparently I was just talking because my shitty phone likes to sleep at the most inconvenient times possible. So I'll try this again. All that damn talk. Guys, revealing the secret recipes. Won't stop recording. Further in you go. Increasing its fire. Luckily the rain artillery has died down a little bit. My goodness. away. Now we gotta run away from this one too. They're starting to rebel against me. Must been rebelling for a while now. A little more usual than this. Look at that. This one is getting so close. Maybe the next crusade, I have to bring in the big guns. The big tiny guns. Look at this. At least I got a kind of good look at it before it used its. What's that called again? Look at that, someone drove up here. Someone did drive up here. Crazy. The dried out pond. Keep rolling, look like keep rolling. And gun. All this way. It'll take weeks to badly. Come on, lovely. She got here way too well. She smells something. What she's rolling in, not that I smell. I'm gonna smell right now. A grass field. Tiny one. That's a perfect. The fog's dying down a little bit now. It looks kind of far with the camera. It's like everything does with the darn camera. But it's really not that far. At least that's what my eyes are reporting. Lovely! My goodness! You're falling behind! I'm not too hungry, so I'm not eating the berries too often. The moss berries keep escaping me because I keep not recognizing them. They look so similar to whatever. Anyways, I got most of the Udasonus videos illegally downloaded because I want to wage guerrilla warfare against the great pink mustache king, the king of FNAF and cranky gameplays, and I haven't watched the videos in a long time. So. What, there's Amy, there's the others. Oh man, what a good time. That was such a good show. Just kidding, I don't have the videos. Please don't wage your next crusade against me. Oh god. I can make it. I can make it. Hold on. So I'm building a tiny little base here. That'd be cool. What you hear, lovely? Oh. Kind of hit or miss when you hear other voices. When you start hearing them, it might be a magical creature. Oh wow, that's the biggest one yet. Look at that quartz. That had to have been here from before. I almost thought I saw something. Luckily, there aren't many caves that I know of. It's close to private property, relatively. In my opinion, they were going at a very safe speed. That was like, what, 20 miles, 25 miles at max in that video? I can't tell what speed it... Like, I cannot tell what speed they were going to save my life, but a decently safe, slow speed they were driving at, which I don't blame them. Like, they did awfully crazy or dangerous, well, not more, you know, life-threatening-ish stuff in the past. Oh my goodness, it's starting to snow again. What am I talking about? So anyways, you see this big void around me? Yeah. This is nighttime in Alaska right now. Yeah, this is night. Actually, I take it back. This isn't even night. This is like afternoon. You know, like after 8 o'clock hits, you know, the developers just switch it. You know, 12 o'clock at night. Just no light at all. Like, not even an hour ago, like, there was light out here. And now it's just, like, pitch black. To confess, I did car surfing. Me and my buds. That might explain the high mortality rate in that involves vehicles. JK. We're the only ones who really ever done it, and that was for like one summer. Thank baby back Jesus that none of us sustained any serious injuries. For more detail, we did most of it on my tiny Jeep, my tiny little Cherokee Jeep, you know, to reenact Custer McBeard's, you know, last stand, you know, when he was facing off against 10,000 purely evil Native Americans, like nothing but pure evil. It's a sarcastic joke if you can tell. Yeah, both sides of the American Indian Wars is pretty... It's such a gray, you know, awkward time in history to talk about, you know, in America, or Canada, or Mexico, or anywhere in the Americas, or Western Europe. Anyways, back to car surfing. So car surfing, awfully dangerous. Would not recommend. Do not do it not at your home. Remember that. By the way, if you see figures, just note that they're not actually what you think are real. Crap. Yeah, you see those white things in the view, the snowflakes? Oh boy. Anyways, on the car surfing thing, I think the top speed we did was like 60. Holy crap, it's getting really bad. Now the downhill thing about these, I'm in the past videos I said how I'm actually at a very safe spot compared to I am not scared at all, okay? You know, this is a common thing in Alaska. Like, it's just it's kind of like Australia. Everything tries to kill you. Every living thing tries to kill you in Australia. Well, everything plus non-living things try to kill you here. Remember, if you want to like make it really far in the state, just try to drive cautiously, you know? Like in Anchorage, where they have drive-by Anchorage with all of their infamous drive-bys. I know, I love them too, you know, especially when I'm at the other end on the sidewalk, minding my own business with my pals and 5 drive-by vehicles come by at the exact moment. Now, if you were paying attention, you might have seen that I drove on the left instead of the right side because of the terrible conditions of this road. Well, just to tell you, just note, there's a couple places here in Nome, and I'm assuming other places in the US where it's legal, the legal parts of the road, or the only part. Okay, how do I explain this? So there's a few roads here in Nome that you have to drive on the left side if you do not wish to technically break a law. I know it's weird. Ignore the spaceship that you just saw, but you know, they're coming. Anyways, another interesting thing is that Nome actually has a single 3-lane highway. It's not very long, it's very short. I would say it's about, you know, 2 or 3 chains long. Now for any of you metric peeps that may be watching this video and not, you know, fluent in our freedom-loving imperial system, that that is 66 or 44 to 66 yards, and you can do the math of what. Yes, I just used a really old imperial measuring system. Not gonna lie, most of, I mean, we kind of just, at least here, we half the time use imperial, half the time metric. You know, you kind of fuse the two here, combine them, and throw it at daily life, and that's about it.